It is church night, of course, and I just don't do church night anymore because, like I've said before, it's very hard to parody something that already is a parody. In fact, it's damn near impossible, so I've been told. But just this little item about Miss Trunchbull, Trump's press secretary, a.k.a. Sarah Sanders, you know, whose daddy was a former governor of Arkansas and a Baptist preacher. But there was a recent New Yorker profile of Miss Trunchbull. And the article was trying to determine why somebody who claims to be a devout Christian has no problem at all, lying constantly for a pig like Donald Trump. How is that justified with her so-called Christianity? Well, in part, the article concludes that the reason it is so easy, and this is so true of so many of these fucked up evangelicals, it's so easy to break the commandment of not bearing false witness. These people crack me up. The reason it's so easy is because Donald Trump has actually kept the promises he made to the phony-ass, belligerent fascists who like to call themselves evangelical Christians. He has. And Ms. Trunchbull and the rest of these evangelical liars say that Trump is the first one to keep his promises to the so-called Christian community. A lot of candidates, according to the evangelicals, a lot of candidates have made promises and then they don't follow through. And it really pisses off the evangelicals because the evangelicals think that a president has dictatorial power. If in a campaign the president says, well, I'm going to make sure that abortion of the unborn little cute little teeny babies is absolutely done away with. Roe v. Wade will be overturned. He doesn't have that power. He doesn't. But the evangelicals who are used to living their little fascist lives, religion is fascism. Look at the Protestant church. Look at the Catholic church, the Islamic faith. Judaism, not so much. They have their own fucked up situation. But it's hard to see Judaism as being fascist. Hard for me. But Islam, and especially Christian, hoy, Jesus, so to speak. So part of being a good evangelical Christian in these times when the Christian church is becoming more and more and more corrupt, criminal, and irrelevant, eventually it will be, one of the most important reasons that they back a pig like Trump is because of his appointment of these hardline neo-fascist judges. See, the Christians like that. They have rejected entirely, for the most part, the messages of Jesus, his 3 or 4 sermons. They don't give a fuck about that anymore. Because everything that their Redeemer said, if translated into contemporary political theory, would wind up being democratic socialism. Leave off the democratic. It would wind up being socialism of a benign sort. And these Christians, their own goddamn leader told them, their avatar told them to do this. And fuck you, Jesus. We don't care about what you said. We want hardcore right-wingers in the judiciary. So there you go. And the piece in the New Yorker cited the religion reporter for the Washington Post, Michelle Boorstein, who says that evangelicals are happy to have a president who will do what they say, which is stark contrast to other politicians who have broken promises to Christian conservatives. So as a result of the broken promises, or not as a result of, but in tandem with the broken political promises, now is the rise of this Christian fascism, where they don't give a shit. They don't care. They don't care how evil and fucked up Trump is, as long as he appoints conservative judges. These evangelical Christians will throw away every single word that their Messiah told them, every single admonition. Fuck it, out the door. Out the door. And believe it or not, most evangelicals, and this is a part where I just say to evangelicals, stay the fuck away from me because you people are insane. Here's why. According to Baptist pastor Brian Kaylor, most evangelicals see Trump's 2016 election victory as divine intervention that justifies almost any kind of immoral behavior by Trump. God's own hand put him in the White House. Kaylor said, quote, it's more than you're defending a politician or even a president. You're defending God's chosen leader for this time. Well, if that's the truth, God, go fuck yourself. I mean, if you select this, and this is the same God who said, I'm bored today. Oh, I know. I'll have 6 million of my people brutally executed. Fuck that God, okay? You want to believe in that God? You go right ahead, you sick puppy. Whew! So, anyway, Ms. Trunchbull, that's her justification for her lying and her deception and her bullshit, is that she is only following up on her Redeemer's decision to give the people of the United States a sick son of a bitch like Trump.